Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Spellbinders just released their Monster Birthday Collection and it's so cute. The new Monster Birthday Collection has several different die sets and also a stamp set. I selected 4 of the die sets to play with and also the sentiment stamp set. And I will add a link in the description box if you want to check out the rest of the collection. There's also a panda and a monster die set that are super cute. This stamp set is called Monster Birthday Sentiments. There are 14 different sentiments that work perfectly with all the adorable critters and monsters. The first die set is called Make-A-Wish Arch Labels. There are several different arches that have the fun etched detail along the outside. The largest one has a scallop border at the bottom, and there's also the sentiment Make-A-Wish. The last 3 die sets I put on one magnetic sheet, but these are 3 different sets. The first one is called Birthday Dinosaur, and I love this adorable image. The next die set is called Smart Glasses. There are 8 different pairs of glasses. I love the variety of shapes, and they do work with all of the critters in the Monster Birthday Collection. The last die set is my favorite. This one's called Dancing Birthday Dragon. How adorable is this dragon? I have a few cards to share with you using the new collection. For the first card, the pattern paper is from Brutus Monroe. It's called Watercolor Galaxy. And if it is still available, I will put a link in the description box below. I selected this beautiful blue galaxy pattern paper for the background. At the bottom of the card, I'm adding a couple of Love from Lizi peel-off stickers. This is the silver holographic color in the pinstripe style. I used the widest and the medium width. Wrap the ends around the back, put ATG tape on the back, and add my card front onto a card base. All of my cards in this video are American Standard A2 size, 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. I've already gone ahead and cut out one of the arch labels and stamped the sentiment Birthday Wishes at the bottom. And I used some white pearlescent cardstock for the arch, so it has this lovely shimmer. I'll put glue on the back and adhere the arch die cut on the front of the card. Now I'll start assembling the adorable dragon, and I decided to have a pink dragon with purple wings. I put double-sided adhesive tape on the back of the dragon's head, inlaid the white portion of the eyes, then I'll glue on the black piece of the eyes. Now the dragon is designed where you can make the body swing back and forth. This is optional, but that's why there's a hole at that top piece of the body. That ring portion would go behind the head. You'd put a piece of foam dimension, and I will show that here in a moment. For the wings, I used 2 different shades of purple cardstock. Just glue all those pieces together. And this dragon also has little wings that you can put behind the head. I thought they might be ears at first, but there's a separate die for the ears. So I'm just assuming the dragon has a second set of little wings. Super cute. I have one final wing to assemble. The little round piece is where you'll attach it behind the dragon's body and head. Now I'll adhere the tail. Just put a tiny bit of glue at the very end and adhere it in place. The die set also includes a teeny tiny present, so you can have the dragon hold the present, or you could just have the arms there, or add another image for the dragon to hold. I think it would be really cute holding a small heart. That would be perfect for a Valentine's Day card, and there's a sentiment on the stamp set that says, "You slay me." Of course, I didn't think about this until my cards were finished and I started recording voiceover. So maybe I'll make another card later with a dragon holding a little heart. In order to add the tiny wings behind the dragon's head, I did need to peel up some of the release paper from the double-sided adhesive tape. I was trying to make sure to get the wings nice and straight. Next, I'll add the wings behind the body. Then I'll add the dragon's legs. One goes behind the body and the other goes in front. Now I'll assemble the dragon's tiny little arms. There is a separate piece for the claws, and I cut those out from the same dark purple cardstock. The very end of the claw piece, there is that small circle area. Just put a tiny bit of glue there and adhere them behind the arms. I like that Spellbinders added those small areas, made it really easy to attach those tiny pieces. For the present, I used the same pattern paper. Use the lighter blue section of the pattern paper for the gift and a darker blue for the bow. I'll attach both of the arms on the front of the gift, flip it over, put foam dimension on the back, and I will need to cut some small pieces of foam dimension to fit behind the arms. I'm using Spellbinders White Foam Squares Mix. This is the 1 millimeter thickness, so it doesn't add a lot of extra dimension. There's also a die to cut out a teeny tiny crown, and I use some gold mirror cardstock for the crown. For this dragon, I will make it so the body swings back and forth. I'll line up everything on the card. I want to make sure the tail doesn't cover up the sentiment. When I'm happy with the placement, I'll put a piece of thick foam dimension in the center of that little ring above the dragon's body. Then I'll add some foam dimension behind the dragon's head, just leaving a gap in the very center since the head will already be sitting on that other foam square. When I'm happy with the placement, I'll remove the release paper behind the dragon's head and also on the foam square for the dragon's body. I didn't get the head straight at first. Luckily, I was able to remove it without ripping anything. And now you can see how the dragon's body can swing back and forth. Such a fun idea. The panda and the monster dies in this collection also have the option of the body swinging back and forth. For embellishments, I'm using more Love from Lizi peel-off stickers. This is the mini twinkle style in the same silver holographic color. I think they work really well with the pattern paper and this sweet little dragon. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add any of the stickers behind the dragon's body, but it didn't feel like they would get in the way, so I decided to add a couple on the right side and 2 on the left side. So there is my finished card, and this is card number 1. I love how this one turned out. For card number 2, the pattern paper is from one of Doodlebug Designs' Petite Print Collections and also Creative Expressions Vintage Textures Candy Clouds Collection. I selected the light blue color, using it for the background of the card and also one of the arches. It's hard to see on the video, but the white piece is not white cardstock. It's actually pattern paper from Doodlebug Design. It has some teeny tiny light gray polka dots. On the background panel, I'm adding more of the silver holographic peel-offs. You'll only see about 1/4 of an inch of the peel-offs, so I am able to use up some of the small scrap pieces. I'll wrap the ends around the back, put ATG tape on the back, and add my card front onto a card base. Then I'll put adhesive on the back of the white panel and adhere it on the center of the card. This card will be featuring the adorable dinosaur image. I've already gone ahead and cut out all of the pieces. I thought it would be cute to have a dark teal dinosaur. I put double-sided adhesive tape on the back of the dinosaur's eye and inlaid the white piece of the eye. Now I'll glue on the black portion of the eye. I'm also adding the little eyelashes, which are so cute. I used a slightly darker teal cardstock color for the back legs. And when you cut out the back legs, there is a little embossed marking. That way you know exactly where to adhere them on the back of the dinosaur's body. I love that Spellbinders added all those extra little details to make it easier to assemble the sweet little critters. I used some yellow cardstock for the spines, and there is a little area where you can add the glue, then attach the dinosaur's body. Another option in the dinosaur die set is you can create a little halo of flowers to put on top of the dinosaur's head. There's a background piece that makes it really easy to attach all the other little pieces. I use some iridescent vellum for that piece. The flowers, I use some pink cardstock and light yellow cardstock for the very center of the flowers. I'll attach the 3 pink flowers first, then put the foliage pieces behind. I'm adding glue just on the stem of the foliage pieces. Then holding the floral halo with my tweezers, I'll place it on top of the foliage pieces. I have just one final piece to add on the right side. Now I'll put glue on the back and attach the flower halo on the top of the dinosaur's head. Now I'll flip over the dinosaur, remove the release paper from the double-sided adhesive tape, and I'll add foam dimension on the back. And I'm using the same white foam squares from Spellbinders. I'll make sure to get good coverage, and I'll cut some of the squares in half. That way I can fit them behind the narrow areas of the dinosaur. I'll remove the release paper and add the dinosaur inside the blue arch die cut. I've already stamped out the sentiment, "Have a Dino-mite day." I use the opposite side of the Doodlebug pattern paper. One side has the little polka dots and the other has diagonal stripes. I will pop up the sentiment using some thin foam dimension. The white foam strips are from Honeybee Stamps. I'll remove the release paper and add the sentiment at the very bottom of the arch die cut. For embellishments, I'm using more Love from Lizi peel-offs. This is the mini circle style in the silver holographic color. I'll put 3 in the upper right hand corner and 2 in the lower left hand corner. For a final finishing touch, I'll use a white gel pen and add a few highlights on the spines of the dinosaur. So there is my finished card, and I love how this one turned out. For card number 3, I'm using pattern paper from Lawn Fawn's Watercolor Wishes and also more of Doodlebug Designs Petite Prints. The blue paper for the background is Lawn Fawn's paper and the green polka dot is Doodlebug's. I'll use a pair of scissors and cut a hill for the background. Add this piece on the blue pattern paper. I love that it looks like a cloudy sky. It's so fun that there are pattern papers out there to help you easily create a background scene for your card. I've already stamped the sentiment "Happy Birthday" in the upper left hand corner. And just to save time on the video, I've already assembled a dinosaur and a dragon. This dragon, the body won't be swinging. I used some iridescent cardstock for the spines of the dinosaur and for the wings of the dragon. I think the dragon looks adorable in teal with red wings. I did pop up both of the critters with some foam dimension. Then I'll add the dinosaur on the left side of the card. That way he's looking toward the dragon that's floating up in the sky on the right side. Using the flowers that are included with the dinosaur, I cut out 5 white flowers, have yellow for the very center, and I'll add those on the grassy hill. And I love the look of glasses for the critters, so I thought for this card, the dragon and the dinosaur will each be wearing a pair of glasses. The dinosaur one is a little different since you actually only see one of the eyes, but I still think it looks very cute. The glasses on the dragon are absolutely adorable, and I love all the different styles of glasses that are available. To finish off the card, I'm using a white gel pen and adding highlights on the dragon and also the dinosaur. And the dragon is holding a small gift. I use white shimmer cardstock for the gift and red cardstock for the bow. So there is my finished card. So fun to add the dinosaur and the dragon on one card. Now here's another look at the 3 cards I made using Spellbinders' brand new Monster Birthday Collection. This is an adorable collection with lots of sweet little critters. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links provided in the description box below. And I've also added a link for the entire Monster Birthday Collection if you want to check out the other items. Thank you so much for watching. and I hope you have a wonderful day.